Good evening and welcome to the Christmas Eve service of the Keene Unitarian Universalist Church, or KUUC as we like to call it. My name is Frank Dubisky and I'm delighted to offer a warm welcome to this special service and to thank Barbara Bryce and Shelley Woodson and their team of volunteers who assembled this service tonight. Christmas has played an unusual role in my life. I grew up in a family where my dad was Jewish and my mother Presbyterian. When they married in 1940, they agreed any sons would be raised in the Jewish faith and any daughters would be raised as Presbyterians. As a result, my two brothers and I were bar mitzvahed, attended Friday Shabbos services, went to High Holy Day services for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and our sister was Presbyterian. But there was one unifying factor. At the holidays, we celebrated Christmas as a family, complete with a decorated tree, candle lights in the window, gift exchange, a large family gathering, even vestiges of Santa Claus. That Christmas tradition continues for me with this service tonight. I've been involved with KUUC off and on for more than 20 years. I first came here when my wife at the time, Cheryl Jensen, was a Unitarian, and I tagged along, attending Sunday services, volunteering in RE, and helping out here and there. In 2015, she moved to Northampton, as I did, but I returned alone to Keene a few months later, but not to KUUC. About a year and a half ago, I attended a KUUC Sunday service where a friend was speaking. As I walked into the sanctuary, I was greeted warmly by the many people who remembered me from almost 10 years ago. I realized I'd missed my spiritual home, and I've been coming here ever since, actually joining the church last spring and currently serving on the Board of Trustees. I hope you create some warm holiday memories tonight. Our offering will go to the 100-night shelter, and we ask that you silence your cell phones, but not your children, whose voices are always welcome here. And tomorrow at 1 p.m., Andy Johnson is hosting a potluck meal in the parish hall over here to the right. She's providing a ham, and if you've got something you'd like to bring along, please feel free to do so. And following the service, please join us in the parish hall, at my right, for wassail festivities, courtesy of the board, and live Christmas music, thanks to Kim Clark, her family, and friends. Once again, a warm welcome to all.
As we gather on this Christmas Eve, let's recognize the tapestry of our world, a blend of joyous celebrations and enduring struggles. Tonight, our hearts are tuned to the persistent conflicts, notably in places like Palestine, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, and we add Sudan, Somalia, Haiti. Amid these challenges, the timeless teachings of Jesus guide us on a journey of love and right relations. Though the political landscape may seem distant, the call to decolonize our hearts and minds is ever present, urging us to consider our individual and collective responsibilities. We are reminded to use our unique gifts for healing and transformation, especially in times of global unrest. This call is not merely a suggestion, but an imperative for each of us. The Nativity story, set in occupied territory with a vulnerable child at its core, speaks profoundly to our shared humanity. This, and the life that Jesus lives, illuminates that even in the most trying circumstances, every child holds the potential to bring about positive change. It underscores that our choices, both individual and communal, contribute to shaping a more compassionate world. As we embark on this Christmas Eve service, let's hold in our hearts all those affected by conflicts worldwide. Our time together is a moment of collective compassion, a beacon of hope, and a reaffirmation of our shared commitment to love and transformation. I'll note that for the congregational singing selections, we'll be singing the lyrics from our gray hymnal, Singing the Living Tradition. If you are familiar with Christmas carols, you may notice that the words in the hymnal are somewhat different from traditional lyrics. If you would rather sing the traditional lyrics, that is welcome too. And we invite you to sing what is on the page or whatever is in your heart and mind. As we invite Sherry Buskey forward to light our chalice, let us say together the words for our chalice lighting found in your order of service. We kindle this flame to remind ourselves of the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment.
If you came to this place expecting a tame story, you came to the wrong place.
If you came for a story that does not threaten you, you came for a different story than the one we will tell.
For even a regular baby is not a tame thing.
And goodness that cannot threaten complacency and evil is not much good at all.
But
if you came because you think that unwed teenage mothers are some of the strongest people in the world,
if you came because you think that the kind of people who work third shift doing stuff you'd rather not do might attract an angel's attention before you,
if you came because you think there are wise people to be found among undocumented travelers from far lands, and that they might be able to show you what is good,
if you came to hear a story of tyrants trembling while heaven comes to peasants,
if you came for a story of reversals that might end up reversing you,
if you came for a tale of adventure and bravery, where strong and gentle people win, and the powerful and violent go down to dust, where the rich lose their money but find their lives, and the poor are raised up like kings.
if you came to be reminded that love is too awesome to leave you unchanged,
if you came to follow the light, even if it blinds you,
if you came for salvation and not safety, then my friends, you are in the right place.
Now, this is the topsy-turvy Christmas story of amazing love in hard circumstances. And it usually begins like this. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. And Joseph traveled to Bethlehem in Judea with his betrothed Mary, who was with child. And when they were there, the time came for the baby to be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and placed him in a manger, for there was no room at the inn.
It was a long, hard journey, but we had no other choice. The emperor declared that all would be registered, and we had to go. It was cold, and I was cold and tired and frightened that night we arrived in Bethlehem. We began looking for a place for the baby to be born. Again and again, we were turned away. No room for you here. Your type isn't welcome here. We searched and searched until at last we were ushered into a warm shelter. There's nothing miraculous about the protection of roof and walls and the body heat of animals. But in that moment, warmth was a miracle, and birth, well, it is everyday ordinary done by animals and humans across the world at every moment, at every day. But of course, it is also impossibly miraculous each and every time. The baby came, and he was perfect. The angel said that people would worship him. Ridiculous as that seems of a poor baby. Yet, as I gazed upon his face, I wondered how anyone could keep from worshiping him. Such possibility, such beauty, such hope. How could anyone help but fall to their knees before the impossible miracle of life?
Those who wish may now share warmth with the little baby and his family by taking a blanket and adding it to the manger. While those who wish come forward, we will sing hymn 256, Winter Night. Come now and share the ordinary and miraculous warmth of your heart. The story says, on that night there were shepherds in the field watching over their flocks, when suddenly an angel with a multitude of the heavenly host appeared to tell them of the Holy Child, singing, "Glory to God in the highest, peace on earth, goodwill to all."
Here we go. Okay. And so a baby was born. Okay.
And so a baby was born, and the light of its new life shone in the darkness. And the light was reflected in the sky as the stars shone bright in the darkness. And one star shone so brightly, and its light started to grow until the light filled the darkness. And there was no night and day. Time became whole, and there was only now. And there was no heaven and earth. The world became whole, and there was only here. And so all of us angels of heaven, we were here. Do you feel us, a stirring in the air? The movement of our wings around you, the touch of feathers, electrifying and gentle somehow both at once? Do you hear us, the sound of music, faint but unmistakable, all around you and deep inside you, unlike anything you have ever heard before, and somehow also something you have always known? When the angels are present, we bring you a message. What message did we bring that night? A baby is born, and all things are possible. Love and peace, justice and mercy, hope and joy. A baby is born. Open your eyes, open your hearts, and witness the glory of this moment. Bring your light and join us in our song.
And now you may come forward to share your light by adding a star to our sky. As those who wish come forward, let us sing verses 1 and 3 of hymn 231, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. As the story goes, when the angel appeared and the glory of God shone around them, the shepherds in the field were afraid. Yet the angel told them, "Fear not." When she had gone away, they went to Bethlehem to see the babe lying in a manger, and they spread the word at what they had seen and heard on that night.
We were trembling still after the angels left us, and we debated amongst ourselves, would we go see this wonderful child whom the angels had proclaimed? Could a child save us from the crushing grip of Rome? Could a little baby bring goodwill to all in this world of strife? Surely not. And why had the angels come to us, lowly shepherds living out among the animals? We were full of doubt, but in the end, our curiosity won out. our curiosity and a wild seed of hope unfolding inside. Perhaps it was true. Perhaps peace was possible. Perhaps tyrants would tremble before the promise of a tiny babe. Perhaps the last could be first and the poor lifted up. Perhaps tender, vulnerable love was stronger than we would ever have guessed. And so we went. We brought our animals and we followed the star, full of doubt, full of fear, and somehow still full of hope.
And you may follow the star too, bringing animals to the scene, animals wild and shy and curious, animals full of fear and doubt, but drawn to warmth and hope and love. If you wish to add an animal to our scene, you may do so now, as together we sing verses 1 and 2 of the first Noel. There are extra animals up here if you didn't get one, and there are animals here and in the back as well. The story says that when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, seeking the baby to worship him. They followed the star to Bethlehem, bearing gifts befitting a king, gold and frankincense and myrrh.
We didn't know exactly where we were going. We didn't know what we would find, but we set out on faith, guided by prophecy and a star. The star grew brighter and brighter to the west of where we were. It was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of brilliance. We prepared for a long journey and found rich gifts to bring into the presence of such great splendor. We brought the best we had to serve our king. In the end, we were speechless with surprise to find our baby there, tiny and dusty in the hay, but there he lay, and in him we saw the truth as it had been foretold. that God would live among us in the weak and the vulnerable. The love doesn't need doesn't need the power of kings to do its transforming work in the world. It just needs us. Our hands and feet are gifts from within.
Each of us has gifts within us, which we share with the world when we act with love. And each of us has a long journey ahead of us, for it is never easy or certain to share our most precious gifts with others. Those who wish may now receive a jewel to carry in a procession led by the wise person around the church while we sing "We Three Kings." The procession will end at the manger, where you may share your gifts. The story ends for tonight with Mary pondering these things in her heart. What will become of this babe, visited by angels, admired by shepherds, worshipped by strange kings? The story ends there for tonight, but we know where it goes. He would be a threat to the empire and a light for the world, a teacher so beloved that his teachings would live on for thousands of years. He would share a love so radical, so strong, that some believe they can still feel it even now. Most of all, he would show humankind what is possible when we share our light with one another, when we share our light with the world. May it be so.
Thank you so much to all who played a role in music for our interactive nativity. It is told in the story that a bright star did shine over the place where Jesus was born, and that folks came from near and far to see him and bring him gifts. We too have gifts to share, and we engage mindfully in giving and receiving our offering. 100% of tonight's offering will support the 100 Nights Shelter. The mission of 100 Nights Incorporated is to provide shelter and crisis-related services to those at risk or experiencing homelessness. In particular, this organization focuses on supporting those who are marginalized in finding shelter, including people who may not be eligible to stay at other shelters. Sharing our financial gifts is a tangible way we show care for each other and the wider world. If you would like to write a check, please make it payable to KUUC and add 100 Nights written on the memo line. Those of you who are viewing this service online may contribute online by going to our website, kuuc.org, and clicking on the Donate button on the left-hand column. Our offering will now be given and received. Thank you for giving as you are able.
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining till He appeared, and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Truly He taught us to love one another. His law is love, and His gospel is peace. Chains shall He break, for the slave is our brother, and in His name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise His holy name. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voice.
The offering will be gratefully received.
In the words of Sophia Lyon Faz, "For so the children come, and so they have been coming, and always in the same way they come, born of the seed of humanity. No angels herald their beginnings, no prophets predict their future courses. No wise ones see a star to show where to find the babe that will save humankind. Yet each night a child is born is a holy night. Parents everywhere, sitting beside their children's beds, feel glory in the sight of a new life beginning. They ask, where and how will this new life end, or will it ever end? Each night a child is born is a holy night, a time for singing, a time for wondering, a time for worshiping."
As we breathe into the quiet of this moment, we will now light our candles. If you were here at KUUC in the sanctuary, our candle lighters will light the candles of those seated closest to the middle or outer aisles of each pew. Each person will pass the flame to the person next to them, always tilting the unlit candle towards the lit one. If you do not have a candle, there are extras at the entrances. If you are at home, I invite you to take a moment to center yourself before lighting your own candle, if you have one before you. If you don't have a candle, you can share the light of those in the sanctuary. We'll listen to music as we light our candles and feel the spark of the divine rising within us and among us. Then share a prayer and join together in singing Silent Night. I invite us now fully into this time of candlelight blessings, of prayer, connection, and reflection with the words of the Reverend Deborah Hafner. Spirit of life and love, we know you by many names, or perhaps no name at all. Yet together, we know this is a holy night. We come from many traditions, or perhaps no tradition at all. We have celebrated decades of Christmases, or this might be only our first or second time at a Christmas Eve service. Yet together we know this is a holy night. It is a holy night because we are here together, joined in our common humanity, listening to the words of the centuries-old stories and familiar carols, recognizing that these are our stories too. We have been the frightened young couples whose lives are about to change forever, though through no intention of their own. We have known what it is like to not fit in, to be excluded, to be told there is no room for us at the inn. We too have been the shepherds who are stunned into silence by the awe of nature, fearful of what we are being asked to do next. We are the wayfarers on a journey that has an ending we do not know. But we also know the promise of looking into the eyes of a newborn child. We recognize the divine within that new life. Emmanuel, God is with us. We have known the excitement and the adventure of a shared new journey. We know that we cannot make it through this life alone. We pray that we too will have visits from wise ones, angels who will tell us not to be afraid, and those who bring us light in our darkest days to show us the way. We yearn for the promise of peace and everlasting love, and that the words of the carols may ring true. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. In the bleak midwinter, in this world of pain, may our hearts be open, may love be born again. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. Joy to the world, joy to the earth, peace on earth, goodwill to all. Silent night, holy night, may all be calm, may all be bright. We know together it is indeed a holy night, and we are blessed to share it together. Amen. And with our candles burning bright, let us sing together hymn number 251, Silent Night. The Christmas story we told is a story of hope, a hope for peace and love to prevail. May the light that shines from within, among, and beyond us guide us evermore to a better world where peace and love prevail. And though we extinguish our chalice and our candles tonight, we do not extinguish the shining spark of hope. As Sherry comes forward, please join me in the words for extinguishing our chalice as we extinguish our candles and our chalice. We extinguish these flames, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and share with the world until we are together again. Our story for tonight has been told, and our service has ended. But our work, fueled by our hope, carries on. And so we close with the work of Christmas from Howard Thurman. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flocks, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among the people, to make music in the heart. Please join in our sing-along postlude, hymn number 245, Joy to the World. Let us sing with jubilation and gratitude